David Fincher. Who is he? David Andrew Leo Fincher is an American film director born in Denver, Colorado, August 28, 1962. Now at the age of 58 years old, he developed a passion for filmmaking at a very early age. He's very well known for his psychological thrillers and has received 40 nominees at the Academy Awards, including 3 for Best Director. David Fincher has worked on the following movies: Fight Club, Alien 3, Mindhunter, and 40 other movies. One of my favorite movies from him was Fight Club, through the tasteful use of editing and shot taking throughout the whole movie. How does David glue your eyes to the screen? While watching David Fincher, I asked myself, what makes his movies so good, and why am I hooked by the screen, even if it was a short dialogue scene? While going back, I realized David Fincher tastefully uses pan shots and tilts to help portray the emotion of the characters. It also is like the camera is part of the character. If the main person of the movie stops walking, then the camera stops with them. If they lean back in the chair, then the camera pans to the left with them. However, David Fincher, he likes to put this in every scene possible because it helps build the world around you and puts you in a trance so your suspension of disbelief doesn't break. David is very well known doing this multiple times in multiple shots, constantly finding the perfect cameraman or crew to work the camera. It takes a fantastic team or cameraman and actors working together to get this shot multiple times throughout the movie. Doing this technique multiple times throughout the movie starts to build up and make you feel like David's reality is real reality. I feel like it's because the slightest movements make you feel like the characters are generally alive. After all, when you're talking to someone, you are constantly moving postures. Through the use of David Fincher's movies, he creates that illusion through the camera, always keeping your mind distracted and feeding it new information through the pan and tilt shots, so you're never having a dull moment while watching his movies. Suppose a person stands up in his film. In that case, it will feel like you're standing up with them because the camera keeps eye levels all times with the actor or actress. Or if a person leans back in a chair, then the camera will tilt up a little bit to feel like you're the person they're talking to. Even if you're not aware of these little shots, it will still affect you to think that you're in a film. Believe me, when I was more aware of this technique and started to rewatch his films with this in mind, I still couldn't subconsciously break the suspension of disbelief because the shots were so good, it still was doing a fantastic job dragging me back into his world. David Fincher once said in an interview that he loves studying a person's behavior, understanding a person's behavior, and then getting that camera to be able to simulate it and put someone into his world. For example, if someone was running, and then the camera would be running with them, but not too fast or too slow. Just having them right in the middle of the shot while they're moving their body. It makes the audience feel like they're running with them or getting a sense of feeling that they are them. Because of the pan shots used in the main character or characters in the film while running, helps build an emotional connection with the audience, even if they don't speak that much in the film. When David Fincher didn't hit the mark, it was because of flimsy reasons. Either he didn't use the formula because in his early years he didn't know how much of an impact it had on his audience who watched it. However, one of his worst movies was Alien 3. It's one of those films he doesn't usually talk about, more of the sense that the studios wanted him to start shooting even though the script wasn't even complete for the film. Some of the people would say the actors were able to save it with their acting. However, you can tell more you go into the film that they don't know the overall direction of the film or where it's going to go and how the actors should really act. Then David abandoned the project before he gets to the final stages of editing. And previously, he didn't really use a lot of tilts or pan shots. It was very more of trapped in the box type of vibe, and there was not really as much close-ups for very important scenes throughout the film. In conclusion, David Fincher helps the director community or other small directors understand the importance of behavior in films and how to capture that behavior through tilts and pan shots. Researching him got me to realize that people see behavior as their own actions, and if you're not capturing that on screen and not showing that to the audience, they don't feel like they're generally there in that film. I would say David Fincher is the master of reality manipulation, turning your reality into Fincher's reality.